Hey guys, what's up? So here's another original concept of doing commentary over clips. But I want to talk about my first experience going out clubbing. Everyone has like their own little story time, I guess, on their channel, and I thought, hey, I might as well make one now. Because I do quite enjoy telling my stories. So, yeah, so first time I ever went out clubbing. So first of all, I never really drunk alcohol properly, like on a night out or um, with friends or whatever, until I was actually 18. And in England, 18's the legal age to drink out clubbing. But you are allowed to drink at home, I think, from when you're 16, as long as you have. But I think it's only like cider or things like that, and it's as long as you have like parents with you or something. But I never really got drunk or started drinking until I was 18 anyway, when I was legally allowed to. Um, and it was probably quite a sudden experience, really, because I didn't just get slowly let into it. It was literally it was friends leaving do actually, because I was at this job since I was sort of just about to turn 18 and that, and basically my supervisor at the time was leaving, and so we had like a big leaving party for him, and that was sort of the first time I went out, and I said it was quite a big step into sort of like the world of drinking, so to speak, because it wasn't just like casual couple drinks with friends getting like, as I said, like few quiet drinks. It was just going out and getting pretty slaughtered. Now, naturally, because I was new to the whole thing, I didn't really know what I would like drink-wise, so I was willing to pretty much try anything. But the one rule that I learned pretty quickly is it's really never a good idea to mix your drinks. When you go out and have a drink, and you start drinking beer, stick to that beer. You know, stick to drinking just beer or something of the sort. Don't mix it with anything else like spirits or anything, because that's generally what makes you feel incredibly ill the next day, like really ill. So yeah, I pretty much drunk like everything under the sun. I had beer, I had spirits, I had shots, I had, God, fucking pretty much everything you could think, like cider. Like, I had so much to drink, and we went to a handful of pubs and clubs in my area, and I had a lot to drink because, as I said, I'd never tried any of it, so I was willing to try it. But I tried a lot, and I got very drunk. Now, my first experience of being drunk is quite interesting, actually, because I wasn't expecting it to be. This is going to sound really bad, but that pleasant, if that makes sense. Like, being tipsy and drunk and as I call it, merry, isn't actually a horrible feeling, and that's probably why some people do. I mean, aside from other issues along with it, I'm obviously just stating this is the only reason people drink, but I'd say one of the reasons is because it does make you feel really relaxed. I mean, it makes you very honest in some ways, and it makes you, so it can make people aggressive, and don't get me wrong, it can change people quite badly. But I on the other hand just get really loud and hyper, and just generally not like, I'm just still me, but just more maybe kind, and but just like 100% more honest, really. Um, but it does make you feel really relaxed and quite chill, and I think that's one thing I was quite surprised about, because obviously I didn't really know what to expect. Like, I didn't know what the feeling of being drunk was. So like when it happened, I was sort of quite surprised. So I carried on drinking because I felt great. Like, I was full of energy because I'd had shots that had like energy drinks and that in them, and they were sugary. So, and I felt amazing at the time. And I stayed out. I actually had work the next morning as well, because at the time I still do. I work on Saturdays, and it was a Friday night. And obviously, as I said, I didn't want to miss the opportunity, so I got really, really, really drunk, and I didn't actually get home till about 3:30 in the morning. And again, I felt fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I slept quite well because I was tired, and then I had to wait. I fell asleep about 4 o'clock, and I had to wake up at 7:30. I got a lift to work because my mum did say to me, "Look, it's your first time. I'll give you a lift to work, but next time you're going to have to put up with it." And so I did get longer sleep than usual, which was quite pleasant. So I slept for, I'd say I had about 3 or 4 hours sleep, so naturally I woke up and I was incredibly tired. Like really, really, really tired. And and I didn't really know what to think, because I woke up the next morning and I felt like shit. I had probably one of the worst hangovers I've had since I sort of done the whole clubbing thing. I was literally shaking upon waking because the amount of alcohol and sort of caffeine I had in how was it intaken, ingested and that, and drunk and God knows what else. And along with the food I had as well, I bloated myself out of the food naturally because I wanted it, and I honestly I felt so unwell. Like I was shaking, I was pale, I felt really sick. I felt really sick. I had a banging headache. Like I just felt like just felt like utter shit. And I didn't know how to cure my hangover because I'd never done it before. And obviously, you never know how to cure your hangover until obviously you have one. Now I've found out through a few years of drinking now that I don't actually have a remedy. It just either I have a hangover or I don't. And if I do, then I just have to put up with it. Like, there's nothing I've found that actually cures my hangover. But I didn't know what it was. I mean, the only thing that makes me feel better is feeling cold. And my mum said my sugar levels were probably quite low. So I went outside in my back garden with just my boxers on, so just my underwear, in the freezing fucking cold because it was in like October, November time, and it was fucking cold. Shivering my ass off, enjoying the cold and my satsuma that I had in my hand to make myself feel better, essentially. It's probably not one of my proudest moments, and I was very ill all day, and I was sick most of the day as well. I didn't want sympathy from anyone because it was completely self-inflicted. Like it was my fault. And yeah, so I tasted all the alcohol in my body still, and I felt I could smell it on me, like I still smelt of it. And the thing is, because alcohol, especially spirits, and especially if you've drunk quite a lot, takes quite a long time to leave your system. I just sweated it out, and obviously I just smelt of it most of the fucking day, and it was just not nice, to be quite honest. Like, it wasn't pleasant. So all in all, how would I say? How do I feel about my first experience drinking? Well, I'll say it was interesting to say the least, and it was definitely an eye opener for going out drinking. And I did learn for quite a while not to go that over the top until a time later, which I'm probably going to say for another story time now. Where a lot of interesting stuff happened. So anyway, guys, that was my first night out drinking. I pretty much done about 15 to 20 shots among many other pints of other things, and I was sick as a dog the next day, and I still had to work from 9 o'clock till 5:30. And then when I went home, I had the nicest sleep I think I've ever had in my life. It was absolutely beautiful. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little story time. If you want me to do more of them, please let me know. I'll most likely be doing them in commentary style, to be honest, because I don't know, I just enjoy doing it like this. It's quite nice and chill way to do things. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye.